Good evening, everybody. We are back with another episode of Can I Get Some Sports with That? Yes, we is bringing y'all that heat tonight. I am your moderator for tonight, Mike, here with it. We got my man's Marcus. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, world? Y'all see what's behind me? I got the whole world in my hand, baby. Ready for these topics. Let's get it.
He got a big cap on too, but that's another story. Hey, we got my man David with us. David, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Ready to get this boy cracking. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got my man's Chris with us, rocking the threads. I see you, Chris. Say what's up to the people.
Thread up. Can I get some sports with that? We going to the top, baby. What's good?
Yeah, we got my man's Phil with us. Say what's up to the people, Phil.
I know what it is, man. We back at it. I get some sports with that.
Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest with us back in the building. It's been a while since we've seen this man. So you know I had to save him for last. Hey, he back with us, and he got something for y'all ready to go. My man Ronnie, say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody? Let's get this show started, and let's get this. Can I get some sports with that? Let's go.
That's what happened when you pay your ransom.
Yes, sir. So week one in the books. It's been a wild week one, man. We didn't have some of the craziest things happen in week one I think I've seen in a long time. We got ties, almost had 2 ties. You know what I'm saying? Defending champs getting blew out. You know, just a lot of week one madness. All the games pretty much came down to the wire, field goal kicks and whatnot. So you know what I'm saying. With that being said, who is your guys' most impressive and or most disappointing team after week one? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, David.
All right. Most impressive. I'm gonna go ahead and probably throw out the Kansas City Chiefs. Because, man, everybody was wondering, Tyreek Hill go, what Patrick Mahomes gonna do? He ain't got the deep ball threat no more. And they ain't going on the road against Arizona. Arizona defense is solid. We can't lie about that. Hey, what did Patrick Mahomes going there and do? Usually Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdowns, 300 yards. I mean,
easy work.
Easy could have easily put up 50. It seemed like he could have scored every drive if he wanted to. So, I mean, he went in there, handled business on the road week one, spreaded the ball around. And now, actually, it's going to be hard for teams to actually prepare for them because now you got to guard everybody. Because you don't normally everybody thinks the deep ball going ahead, you got to worry about Tyreek Hill. But now the Hill is gone, you got to worry about everybody that's on the field. But of course, Kelsey is there. Kelsey going to do Kelsey things. And now you got Smith-Schuster there. You got Valdez-Scantling there. You got Hartman there. There's other speed weapons all over around the board. I can't forget about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He catch the ball off the backfield. So, I mean, Kansas City just went in there, handled business, and I expect them to go ahead and be right back where they was last year. AFC Championship game, possible Super Bowl. I'm going there with
it. To the Super Bowl? Ooh.
I'm going there with it. I know it's just week one, but
who's your most disappointing team, David?
How about them Rams? How about them Rams?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
I mean, let's look. 31. You would never think that a game like that you would think that the defending champs would get blown out at home. Pretty much starting the season off at home. Celebrating coming off their Super Bowl win. You got Odell even there, hosting the trophy up. So you think they'll come out with some momentum. My man Matthew Stafford. Your boy, my man Matthew Stafford. 3 interceptions. I mean, did have a touchdown for 240, but Not compared to that, they was just dominated, annihilated, and could nobody guard Stephon Diggs. Jalen Ramsey, I don't know what you was doing out there. You was cooked. It didn't even matter. So I mean, they couldn't guard nobody. Josh Allen out here, Derrick Henry, stiff arming people.
Oh my
So
goodness.
man, so I mean, that was just pure annihilation. And Von Miller out there doing Von Miller things, out here stacking Matthew Stafford dancing like, hey, y'all remember me, right? So man, it was disappointing to see how the Reds came out, knowing they're the Super Bowl, knowing they're the defending champions, and you know, everybody expecting them to come out the NFC again. So they definitely got some work. And Sean McVay looked like he did not have them prepared. So definitely the Chiefs, my most impressive. Reds, my not so impressive.
That's I like that. I like that. And I ain't gonna lie, them is not bad picks. I got a lot that I can get into about the Rams, both good and bad, in terms of what you said. But I'm gonna say it. For now I wanna hear from my man's Rodney. Let's hear it, man. Who's your most disappointing team and the most impressive team after week 1?
I'm gonna have to go with my most impressive team. There's a couple, and they're always in the AFC. You gotta give it to the Bills. Bills went out there and wrecked and slapped the crap out of the NFC, the Super Bowl champions. They ran the ball, passed the ball. Like he said, Josh Allen was throwing, running people over like it wasn't nothing. And Rams was the spinner, but in my honest opinion, and I know y'all might not like this, but the whole NFC East disappointed me really, to be honest with you, if you compare them with the AFC. Honestly, the only team that really looked like they was ready to honestly play 100% football was y'all's team that y'all was just talking about, the Vikings. But I was impressed with the Chiefs. Uh, you know, but the Chiefs was playing, Cliff Kingsbury is a young coach. Kyler Murray is a young coach. Freaking Andy Reid is Andy freaking Reid for a reason, and he's a great coach. And they coach circles around that team. So I was impressed with them. I was really impressed with the Dolphins over the Patriots. That defense is going to be nice. But just the only thing worried about them is when it comes to cold weather, they built for speed. They need that power running game. If they got a power running game when it comes playoff time, because playoff time, they're going to be playing either in Buffalo, they're going to be playing either in KC, or they're going to be playing, all those teams up there, that's cold weather, stuff like that. So basically they're playing for second place, in their division. But my most impressive team, I'm going to have to give it to Josh Allen and the Bills. And I do agree with David with the Rams being disappointing, but I think that, they can get their stuff together. The one team that I think living here in Texas, I don't like them, but the one who looked horrible only put up 3 points. Gotta be them Cowboys sitting there now with an injury. Zeke Elliott getting old and not doing it. They need to get the ball back to freaking Pollard. Let him run. CeeDee Lamb didn't look like no number one receiver. When your number one receiver goes away, your number two receiver has to step up, and he's getting all the double coverage. Don't look like he's going to be a number one. So I'm going to say right now, it has to be the Cowboys looking a little bit like their season could be already stifled starting in week 1. And that's my points.
Hey, Ronnie, he got to earn double coverage. He ain't get that shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but he still, they didn't look, they look 3 points. This is professional football. 3 points. That's all you can put up 3 points. And then people talk about, well, Dak got injured. Dak was 14 to 29 with 130 yards before he got put out the game. So it's like they didn't look, so that I would go with the Cowboys right now, just because I have to hear Cowboy fans all the time here in Texas. So it's like a big deal. It's like, so right now, they win one preseason game and they think they going to the Super Bowl all the time. So it's like, so right now it's like, it's, a big deal. Like to see that happen. So that's the ones that I say Bills and Cowboys probably are my two picks.
Okay. Those some good picks. I can't argue with that. Well, as far as my most impressive, I gotta go with Ronnie. Just on the simple fact that they went into LA, smashed the Rams. Not only did they smash the Rams, but nobody paid attention to the Bills actually turned the ball over three times, I believe. 3 times they turned it over and still put 30 points on the Rams. And 2 plays, one play, Stephon Diggs was toying the one play where he caught the ball and got the spin move on Jalen Ramsey. Then he caught the touchdown. Like he was making them look foolish. And the Rams couldn't stop the run. Usually the Rams will shut off your pass or they shut off the run. They don't give you both. Buffalo was pretty much able to go in there, do whatever they wanted to do. They ran it, they passed it, they threw screens, they sacked the quarterback, they forced turnovers, they did whatever they wanted to do on defending champions. And the defending champions had their best guys on the field. So it wasn't like the Rams were injured, they didn't have their weapons, they had everybody they needed to have and still got blew totally off the floor by a visiting team. So Buffalo is definitely going to be my most impressive team because, and then put up 30 plus points with 3 turnovers. Who does that? Who turns the ball over that many times and still scores 30 plus? Now, my most disappointing team, Ronnie enlightened me with his pick of the Cowboys because I didn't have the Cowboys because I was personally going to say the Denver Broncos because tonight I felt like they got all this hype. They got Russ Wilson. They were supposed to have a quarterback. They were supposed to have the defense. They was just supposed to be a quarterback away, but they didn't look like that tonight to me. They look like a team that still needs a lot of work to do. They didn't look like they were ready to come out and play when the game first started. And they played, it was a sloppy game. Guys' hands weren't working tonight. Guys couldn't catch balls, couldn't hold on to balls. And for all the hype that this team had, they didn't look like they were a playoff contender to me. And when Ronnie said the Cowboys, I changed my pick to the Cowboys because that team just looked atrocious. They couldn't run. They couldn't catch either. And Dak, like Ronnie said, Dak had only 100 yards when he went out the game. They said he's hurt. Zeke wasn't looking like Zeke running the football. Like they failed to execute anything. And it's a lot of hype. The Cowboys are supposed to be that team, and they weren't. So if I had to pick a worst team, my original pick would have been Denver, but I'm gonna go with what Ronnie said, the Cowboys, because the Cowboys they were just bad, and that's all I got to say about that.
So yeah, we can go ahead and slide to Phil. Phil, you know what I'm saying? I know you itching to get yours out there, man. I know you is. So let's hear it. I know I probably know who you most impressed with, but so let's hear it.
I'm gonna actually surprise you. You probably don't know who I'm finna say, but I think who I was most impressed with over this past weekend, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers look like they are a factor in the AFC North at least again, especially with that. That was a great game against Cincinnati. It was a lot of miscues, but it was a pretty good game, and that defense still looks pretty good. Like it don't look like it's a fluke. I was really impressed with how Pittsburgh came out, man. They look like the old Pittsburgh Steelers. They was physical. They ran the ball, and Mitch did his thing, in my opinion. Like he didn't do too much, and he did enough for them to win the game. My most disappointing team, however, the San Francisco 49ers. I knew it was going to be some type of learning curve with Trey Lance, but this team looks different in the first game without Jimmy G. And I know it's going to be a learning curve with him because, Trey Lance is still young at the end of the day. But the reason why I was so disappointed in the 49ers, it wasn't because they lost to the Bears. It wasn't because of that. It's because of how they lost. Like, they legit the 49ers are known for their running game. They're known for being physical on that line. To me, it's like they got out-muscled during the game. They got out-muscled, out-physical. It didn't look like they was ready for what was coming to them. Kudos to the Bears for bringing that physicality, though. Like, they definitely brought it. But I think I was really disappointed in the 49ers because I just expected more. Like, they had all the weapons. They got the defense. They allegedly got the quarterback of the future. I just felt like it wasn't supposed to look like that, what we saw yesterday. That's how I felt about it.
That's a damn good point.
Very, very valid. Very, very valid.
When you look at that game, Debo had more rushing yards than the Bears' whole offense. Literally, more rushing yards, and he a receiver. He had more rushing yards than the whole Bears team.
Yeah.
And
he was the jack of all trades. Go ahead, Ronnie.
yeah, in my opinion, I for the life of me, I cannot understand why the 49ers are going away from Jimmy G. I understand people say that he's a game manager, but the dude's took you to a Super Bowl. The dude's took you to the NFC Championship game. If your safety would have freaking caught that pass that hit him right in the damn hands, you would have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Well, in that case, you know what I'm saying? I got some heat for y'all that y'all really ain't gonna want to hear. Most disappointing team to me was them Cincinnati Bengals.
Got them down here too.
I was going with the Rams, and I know I like the Rams, all that, whatever, but I had to go with the Bengals because of the fashion in which they lost. Just everything, man. Y'all was talking about the Rams. Y'all mentioned Stafford throwing 3 picks. Joe Burrow had 3 picks. 3 picks and a fumble. You know what I'm saying? 4 turnovers on the evening. That was just bad. And he was just in the Super Bowl right along with them. So, you know, I ain't like what I seen from Cincy. Not only that, the Steelers was not expected to be good or really expected to win this game. You know what I'm saying? They had some things to figure out. You know, they ain't even know who was going to be their starting quarterback a couple weeks ago. So, and then you come in and lose to them in a division game, you know what I'm saying, week 1 of the season. And the way y'all lost was honestly just bad. And then another reason I give it to them is because the coach. How many times have y'all said the coach? How many times have y'all said the coach then let y'all down? How many times? Y'all said in the Super Bowl, y'all said it, you know what I'm saying, probably all throughout the year. The coach was the problem and it's that. So coach showed he was the problem again. Why the coach ain't challenged that play? Why would you not challenge that? I don't care. You worried you want your timeouts that bad? You know what I'm saying? You want your timeouts that bad? The Trey want to challenge that? That's crazy. Cincinnati, that was a big letdown. The missed field goals, another letdown. I honestly thought that game was gonna end in a tie. It's amazing that Pittsburgh managed to score at the last second. I thought we was gonna have 2 ties in week 1 because that's just how it was shaping up.
Yeah.
The most now I know I'm kind of surprised if people ain't say this, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't too surprised. But for me, the most impressive team, of course, was the Chicago Bears. How y'all not impressed? Like what? Come on,
Not
man.
yet.
Everybody questioning our second-year quarterback. Then we playing the 49ers. Now, don't get me wrong, the win, it might not have came in great fashion, but it came. You know what I'm saying? It came. And it came against a team that passed on our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That was quite impressive. In bad circumstances, nasty weather, rain, all that. They came through, got it done. Now, the Bears is the team that's been expected to be very bad this year. People had them going 0-4 to start the season. A lot of people had them going 0-4 to start the season. They already then eliminated that. You know what I'm saying? So they just eliminated half the people that wrote them off already. That was the most impressive win, man. Nobody had them winning that game. I don't even think people had them winning many games this season, and they already starting off ahead of the division. So, hey, I like what I saved from them. That was the most impressive win to me. Definitely.
What's your deal, bro?
What?
You literally picked the 2 teams that played the teams I was talking about.
Exactly. That's why I said it's funny you picked them teams because
That, that's
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 why, that's what made it funny
Oh,
that
it's
you
for
picked them
small.
teams. Because yeah.
that Steeler and Cincy game was very confusing to me. It's like, who do I say is at fault? Because it's like, okay, you have 5 turnovers in a game, and you still only lost by 1 point. So do
Yeah,
you
that was
say?
right.
So do you say that did the Cincinnati Bengals lose it, or did Cincinnati Bengals just start off horrible? Yes, they did. Can you say that Steelers are impressive? Any team that has 5 turnovers and then still just only wins the game by one, that's kind of
C.J.
confusing to
Watt
me.
by himself.
I know. And then and plus that's going to be a big thing because he got hurt, so that he might not be a part of it. And then obviously Mika Fitzpatrick, who's a beast always with that crazy block. So that game just really was like, what the hell's going on? Is what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, I don't even
And
know
I
how to.
felt the
I don't
same
even know
way.
what to
I was
say
like,
about it, really, to be honest with you.
yeah,
But
because it's
oh,
like getting
yes,
Nick
though,
they
when
put
it,
more points on the board with all those turnovers because it was 5 turnovers. Did he score enough points for a team that turned over the ball 5 times?
Yeah, he did. Like watching that
I personally,
game.
oh no,
Oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead, Phil.
Marcus.
Go ahead, Phil. For real, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying like for like what people were saying with the like Michael saying with the Bears, a lot of people didn't expect the Steelers to be that good for real. Like, and I felt like for them to knock off a team that is allegedly supposed to, what I ain't gonna say allegedly, everybody had winning that division, and to knock
Mm-hmm.
off early like that, I think that's huge for the Steelers. And you never know with the type of coach that Mike Tomlin is. He really good at rallying the troops, getting them together. It could turn into something special. That's all I'm saying.
They had them black Air Forces. That's why they came in on some bull.
Yeah. Yeah. They was ready to play, man. That was Mike Tomlin knew what he was doing getting in them shoes, man. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I
That's
love Mike Tomlin.
Marcus. Marcus.
All right. My most impressive teams, and hear me out. I got the Seahawks, I got the Lions, and I got Pittsburgh. Reasons being because Lions picked up where they were at the end of the season. They're proving to everyone that they're a team to beat. Like when I was watching the game, they really wasn't making a lot of mistakes. It's just that the Eagles started making mistakes. Like it was crazy. Even though the Eagles was up like by almost 20 points and lost the lead almost, but the running backs look nice. Williams and Swift look wonderful. 1-2 punch that could be a problem to deal with. Saint Brown, he was out there doing his thing even though he had that first drop, and I was like, oh shit, is it gonna be like a 1 year hit and miss? And no, he showed us that he here. And Jared Goff, most impressive. He looked good. Seahawks, very impressed with Geno Smith. That was a shocker to me. Like I if you could have asked me a million times what was going to happen, I would be like, Geno Smith go 5 interceptions easy.
Not even that bad, man. No disrespect,
No,
Bro,
it's just the track.
bro,
He's
hey,
not bad.
so
It's
good.
just the track record, and it don't be his fault half the time. But he had to get put. He got to get put in that mix. But he's very impressive. Seahawks look really good on the defense up here, and Pittsburgh, Mitch Trubisky. I'm surprised. Like I was rooting for him, and he made me proud. I feel like a proud dad. And that Pittsburgh
they
defense
gave
showed up.
away their son.
And that Pittsburgh defense showed up because remember in the beginning of the season last year, they really didn't show up until like mid-season. So I'm very impressed with Pittsburgh.
So
Now,
who's
who
your
I'm
most
disappointed
impressive
with,
team?
who I'm disappointed with, all the goddamn kickers in the league. That's who I'm disappointed with. Even Bucker, even though he injured himself on a kickoff. How you do that? But all the kickers disappointed. The teams that I'm disappointed with is the Bengals because Ain't no way you let him off the hook like that.
Yeah, that's
Denver.
your boy, Joey Mafia.
I
That's
know.
your boy.
That's why I'm disappointed. And Denver, like, you can't score in the red zone on the goal line 3 times. Like, I'm very disappointed with that. And the way they played on offensive end in general is just atrocious. Like, they didn't get the ball to their receivers to what? Almost the end of the second quarter. And then, as usual, the Falcons. How many times you gonna lose the league, bro? Like, what you say, Mike? Just cancel the whole damn franchise?
Just the whole org, man. Y'all,
Like, how do you keep losing leads?
I'm gonna pray for y'all fans, man. More than the Dallas
That's
Cowboys.
facts, though. They always losing the league. They
Like,
be having good leads too. They be having good leads.
Still don't understand
14 to
now.
24.
I'm like, man, London looking good. They got Patterson. He
Cordell,
breaking
yo.
all. He going crazy. Mariota
Hell.
looking great. And what happens? All falls to fucking dust. Big old L.
L on there.
So,
And like Will West kicking 50-something yards.
Hey, I like
you get
that.
the ass of the day.
I like that Detroit pick.
What you say?
I like that Detroit because the Detroit. I think the biggest thing for them is continuity. I think we're going to see the benefits of that this year.
I don't like the Detroit pick, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't like the Detroit pick. It's not that it's a bad pick, or nothing. I just don't like the Detroit pick because that's kind of what Detroit been for at least the past almost 2, maybe 3 years now. They show you that they gonna compete, whether they team good or bad. They gonna compete. In most of these games, they compete, and whether the outcome come in their favor, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot to be played with, but they gonna compete. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I wasn't too impressed with them just because that's the Lions. They gonna, that's they thing right now. They showing that
They
they
didn't
gonna.
look like they wasn't competing the first half of the season last year. It
Yeah.
took like the end of the last 5 games.
So Marcus, let me ask you. I know you picked numerous things. So who would be your number one impressive and number one unimpressive if you have to pick between your choices?
If I had to pick, I got to go with the Seahawks as the most impressive and the Falcons as the worst because every fucking year I just can't take them no more.
Fair enough.
And they said the Seahawks were playing with 2 rookie tackles too, both on the right and left side.
And they did spectacular today.
Well, that brings us to our next topic. Speaking of rookies and impressions, who coming out of week 1 had the most impressive debut? And that's for players on new teams. So that could be rookies on new teams, players like Russ with the Broncos, or what I'm saying. So yeah, who had the most impressive debut with a new team? Number 1 pick had a pretty good debut. He got the pick and had some nice tackles and all of that. So he up there too, So yeah, let's get this one going. Let's start with you, Phil.
The most a guy that looked the best debut, Von Miller, dog. Like Von Miller showed you in one game how good he is when he comes to a team and the impact he has when he leaves the team all in one.
Thanks.
Wow, you
Von
ain't never
Miller,
lied.
you're balling. That okay? The Bills defense was number 1 last year. Let's not push over that. They was the number 1 defense in the league last year. 13 seconds just blew all that up to Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? But now you're bringing back the number 1 defense with Von Miller. Like other people on that defense was looking better than they were supposed to because of Von Miller. And like I said, in the same light, you saw how Buffalo was more physical in the game than the Rams. And I think a lot of that has to do because the offensive line is now focusing on Aaron Donald because they don't believe guys like Leonard Floyd and the rest of those guys can get there in time. Like get there in time to the quarterback. And Bobby Wagner isn't necessarily a passer. He's a middle linebacker. He's great. He's gonna elevate the defense, but he's not one of those pass rushers that can help take some of that pressure off of Aaron Donald. And with Von Miller, there it was easy because now Aaron Donald ain't seeing three people every time. They got to worry about Von too. And I like I said, I think Von Miller had the most impressive debut for a new team because he showed you in one game. He just showed you in one game his effect on two different teams, and that's how I feel about it.
Hey man, I really like the Vaughn pick. I really do. I would take the only reason I didn't go with the Vaughn pick personally is because of how depleted the Rams offense currently is right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Vaughn impact big and every point you made is very well true. But I think a lot of that, at least in this game, has to do with how depleted the Rams offense is. That played a big part. I mean, no receivers outside of Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp only gonna get you so much. He gonna get you a lot, but you can't. That's not winning football. You know what I'm saying?
But they just paid Allen Robinson.
You need some.
They had people out there. Matt Stafford was only
Allen Robinson. It's been a listen. Don't get me started on Allen Robinson. Okay, it's been an APB out for Allen Robinson for at least 3 or 4 years now.
every
I'm
way he
so
had
glad
accepted.
he out of Chicago, man. That dude is not. He can't even stay on the field. Now he can't get open. And you seeing it again here with the Rams. I hope this McVay scheme could create some ways for him, but right now
That's
it's
Allen
not
Robinson.
looking pretty. What?
I'm not finna let you do that to Allen Robinson.
Hey man,
He been good everywhere except in Chicago. That ain't his fault.
and we talking the last.
He wasn't good in week one either. My man had one catch, and that last he could have caught that touchdown. He didn't go for the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Last 3 years, man, it's been an APP out for that man.
One.
You said what?
I said he only got the ball thrown him like 2 times. Like he
Because
didn't
he
get
can't get
would have been
open.
a touchdown if he went for the ball. He
He can't get
half.
open. I'm not gonna force feed you the ball. You couldn't get open in Chicago. You can't get open in LA. What I'm gonna force feed you the ball for?
not finna let y'all do this, man. Just ask somebody else the question.
No, but anyway. So like I was saying, I ain't go with that because of how depleted the Rams offense is right now. You know, what I'm saying, with Jefferson hurt and the APB out for Robinson and whatnot. And so, but what I did go with for the most impressive, you know, what I'm saying, debut, Devontae Adams, the opposite of what you went with.
Second pick.
You went Miller, I went offense. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams for basically the same reasons that you just said with Miller. Hey, he showed what he means to a team coming, and he showed what he means to a team going. Because by himself on a whole nother team, he had more yards and more touchdowns than all of Green Bay. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, clearly he was a big key to Green Bay's success.
Green Bay's they didn't have a number one either.
Green Bay didn't have their number one, who is now their number one, who wasn't an original number one. So I'm not sold on that. You know what I'm saying?
Still they top.
He they top receiver by default, and he got to prove that he is a top receiver. He
literally
got
didn't
on the field just to be the top receiver. So that being said, Devontae Adams, man, he came through. He gave the Raiders fighting chance the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's gonna be big things to come going forward from him and Carr. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna hear from you, Chris. What was your most impressive debut?
Ooh, me? My most impressive debut. Oh man, I hate to say it, but it was an ex-Chicago Bear. The boy Khalil Mack.
Oh, that's
he
a
went
good
over
one.
there. He made an impact on the Chargers team instantly. The man had 3 sacks, and I believe he had the strip sack that won the game for the Chargers. When he stripped Derek Carr the last time, that won the game for the Chargers.
Yeah.
He came in, 3 sacks, showed he could stay on the field. You know what I'm saying? And got the Chargers that dub. Because, you know, even though the Chargers was supposed to win that game by 10 or more points, you know, they let the Raiders get back in the game, but defensively, the 3 sacks, 2 strip fumbles. Hey, that's big impact to me.
Hey, yeah, that's true, man. I do want to say, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot similar to his debut in Chicago. So, you know what I'm saying, that was very impressive as well. So hopefully he can keep up with it and stay on the field going
Stay on
forward.
the field. Exactly. That's the point. Can he stay on the field the whole season?
But let's head to the other side of the world here. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, Ronnie. I know you got a different take on it.
I like all three of those picks so far, but they're veterans that moved over to a team, and every single one of them did prove what they meant to their last team and what they did for their first team. But I went with two rookies that I thought was kind of a little bit impressive, and one I went with was the number one pick because I was watching him play my boys, and he
Yeah.
recorded a 1 sack, 1 pick, and 1 pass
Yep.
defended, and
Yep.
4 tackles and 1 for loss
Yep.
as an
Balled
edge
out.
rusher. He was really good and caught a screen pass, and I thought he was going to take it to the house. I was like, there went. That's why I made that comment. Carson Wentz was doing pretty good in the first quarter, and then he went back to Carson Wentz. He threw it straight, and the dude made an athletic play and caught it, and I thought it was going to take it to the house. And I also thought that rookie running back on the Chiefs, I know he was going behind Clyde Zillera, but he was Isaiah. I don't know how to say his last name. Pojico,
I know who
whatever.
you're talking about.
He had like 12 attempts and 62 yards rushing, and he had averaged 5.2 yards a carry. So I just went with rookies, but those 3 picks that y'all picked, I would say really screwed it because it showed all 3 of them showed leaving their team what they left their team with, and then what they meant to the team, especially that Von Miller one. That one was like, that's gonna be sick all year long, I think.
That rookie for the Chiefs definitely was impressive. I ain't expect him to come out like that, especially being my Hilaire. That was the good one. I forgot about it.
Back saying that just do real good after.
Oh yeah, Andy Reid does really good with running backs. Great.
So, Mr. Marcus, who's you most impressed by?
Who else? A.J. Brown, baby. And with honorable mention, Julio Jones and the rookie Jahan Dotson from the Redskins, looking nice. He gonna be a nice little rookie this year. But I got Julio as second because he looked good in the first half and they sat him down. But my boy A.J. Brown with 10 receptions, 155 yards. One of them was a 40-yard reception. He was out there balling. Like, I mean, yeah, it was against the Lions, but still, they still a professional NFL team. So yes, A.J. Brown. That's who I'm going with.
I feel that. I want to say on your Julio point, man, Julio did exactly what I told you he was going to do. He's going to get you some big plays, get you some yards, all of that. No touchdowns.
Hey, that's regular Julio. He gonna get all.
I told y'all this.
So is it safe to say he back?
I told y'all this. Same old Julio, man. He gonna
give you 300 yards, no touchdown.
Y'all thought he was gonna be, y'all thought he was gonna be the new Grump for Brady, basically. The end zone man. No, sir. He gonna get you the big plays, the yards, no touchdowns. They gonna stop him at the goal line every time. Every time. Come on, David, man. Let's hear from you. Who is your most impressive debut?
It's funny. Actually, I was gonna go with AJ Brown. I was actually gonna use him, but I figured Marcus was gonna use his team and his receiver. So on the side of
Philadelphia, pick an Eagle.
Hey, Philadelphia passing attack on they passing attack on the solid, and they got a solid run game. So Philly gonna put some points up this year. I can't cap. But switching it over, I'm gonna go with my boy Tyreek Hill.
Ooh,
good one.
Tyreek Hill.
He was surprising. I ain't gonna lie, he was surprising.
One thing, well, it's kind of good, it's kind of bad because I'm not letting Tyreek Hill off the hook. but with that blasphemy and bull job he was saying, but early in the season with Tua Tagovailoa being more accurate than Patrick Mahomes, and then the Chiefs said, and then he acted like the Chiefs didn't want him. Bruh, you got paid. You left. They didn't. They weren't gonna let you leave. You took the money and went. We ain't mad at you because you got broke off. We ain't mad at you, but don't act like Kansas City was just gonna leave you out high and dry and just wanted to get rid of you. No, they would have kept you, but you took the money. I ain't mad about you because I'm pretty sure all of us would have took the bread too. But at the same time, he's still doing what Tyreek Hill do. 94 yards receiving. He didn't have a touchdown, but yeah, 8 receptions for 94. So we already know the touchdown's coming. We already know he's still a deep ball threat, and maybe this may elevate to it.
If he stopped getting underthrown.
Ain't though, man. He told y'all Tua was gonna be a problem, and not in a good way.
Yeah, but at the same time, as long as Tyreek Hill catching the ball and still getting behind the deep, as long as Tyreek Hill still getting his receptions, hey, he's still looking impressive.
No, but the thing was, he got behind the receivers. I mean, the cornerbacks. It's just that the ball was falling short. He had to come back to it.
Tua got to throw it early to Tyreek. He got to throw it way early. He got to throw it before he even get out in his route, out his break. He just got to let it go because he's going to outrun it. He's going to outrun the ball.
But that's his strong suit is like the little quick the passes. And then if you look at it, when Tyreek Hill was in Kansas City, he was hit the most under 4 seconds off the ball. He had more catches within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage than any other receiver too. So he does that too. They just need to scheme it like that way. Get him in.
Pass that Waddle caught for that touchdown is the route that they need to have Tyreek running.
No, they don't. Yeah. But they don't. That's a nice 1-2 punch, but Jalen Waddle needs to stay on them routes, and he needs.
No, they need to stay on that route. But I'm saying what Ronnie was saying because that was a slant route. No, it wasn't a slant. It's like
exactly. And Tyreek Hill is there to be the deep threat now, bro. So with Tyreek Hill there being such a deep threat, that's gonna be over for Jalen Waddle all season.
And they're gonna realize that Tua can't throw it that far, so they still gonna be playing that cover 2 shell.
Yeah, and then Tyreek Hill gonna break one off on
him. If he get it to him in time.
He'll get it to him. It might be short, but he'll get it to him. Tyreek Hill will make a play. You seen that one pass.
Have to wait for the ball too. If he got to wait on the ball.
You seen that pass where Tyreek Hill went up and got it, took it out his hands, made
the
play.
That was pure luck.
But that's what's gonna happen. It was the same way like in the preseason when he threw that bomb. And Tyreek Hill had to curl back to it a little bit and fall on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Tyreek Hill do. He gonna make the play. You know what I'm saying? He one of them receivers that you want for that.
Tyreek Hill is fast enough the way he can outrun the route, come back to it, catch it, and still outrun everybody.
Exactly. He's the cheater. They don't call him cheater for no reason.
All you gotta do is you know how he did. He chucked the deuces on him.
You feel me? Well, unfortunately, not all things in week 1 have went as smooth as they could go. You know what I'm saying? And we had some, as expected, injuries come into play. So I know these injuries early in the season are affecting a lot of teams and a lot of players and a lot of you guys as fantasy teams because now you really about to lose Timothy. But that's another story. So. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, who is y'all's, most significant injuries and how are they affecting these teams? Let's talk these injuries, man. Let's start with you, Mark.
I was about to say, hey Phil, what was your best player for the new team?
Von Miller.
Oh yeah, Von Miller, okay.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. I like that pick. Okay. Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry, Mike.
Injuries, my brother. Injuries.
What's the most significant injury?
Most significant. How is it affecting the team, the seasons? You know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboy season over. You know what I'm saying? So
I was gonna go with
Cowboy season over.
I was gonna go with Dak, but I don't care for the Cowboys, so I think that's a great thing. I'm gonna have to go with TJ Watt because this could be a potential season-ending injury if it's his pectoral.
TJ Watt has actually been confirmed that he does not require surgery and he should be back in what they say 8 weeks, I think it was.
Shit, that's 8 weeks too long.
False.
8 weeks too long because a lot can go wrong in 8 weeks. A lot can go wrong.
Originally, he was looking at for the season though, so it's
Yeah,
not.
it was looking for the season, but that's like Watson. I mean, you coming back after 11 games, so what's the point? In 8 weeks, a lot of things
can hold it down. It's a big point.
Yeah, because Tomlin's great at. He's been depleted before, and he still made the Pittsburgh Steelers freaking in the playoffs. So, but Cowboys have no chance with Cooper Rush as the backup. They already look terrible without Dak Prescott, the starting quarterback. But then now you're gonna throw Cooper Rush as your quarterback. It's like they might not win a game while Dak is gone.
I don't even know why Zeke is still out there, first of all. I don't even know why we even have it in this conversation. Because
Tony Pollard should be running the ball.
Yes, he should. He should be
the starting running back. Out of there, man. Zeke just need to request a trade. They need to get my man's out of there.
They need to get him up out of there and on somebody's bench. That's what's going to happen.
Whoa, don't on somebody. Damn.
Don't disrespect the man's like that, man.
Yeah. But it don't matter who quarterbacking for the Cowboys. So that injury, yeah, I like that, but he with the Cowboys.
Exactly. So something was going to happen anyway.
It's not a significant injury. Because either way, they was going to lose.
I feel that.
They're not making the playoffs.
Coming from an Eagles fan. The Eagles.
Hold on. But wait a minute. Let's just make a PSA because Marcus, I know you were saying all that, but we do, Dak Prescott, we do hope you have a safe recovery, man. We don't wish injuries on nobody, all right?
No, I don't wish injuries on nobody. No, like I said, I like that. I really like that as a quarterback. Just not for the Cowboys.
There you go.
Now, he was just saying that, it's the Cowboys. So even if Dak didn't get hurt, something was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what, but something was going to happen. You feel me? Because it always do.
Coach might get hurt.
The Cowboys. Something going to happen. It's unfortunate that it's Dak right now, but something was going to happen.
He said significant injury, and I'm an Eagles fan, so that's not significant for me. If he was with the Eagles, that would be a detrimental injury. I'd be over here crying. But why you saying it's not significant, Marcus? It is because it plays into effect your team season. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're not going to be as big of a threat to challenge your team for that big threat in the first place.
Now they got to worry about my boy Saquon coming back and then G-Men coming back for that. So you better watch out for that, boy. I'm telling you.
I'm sleeping. Hey, what? Put him to sleep.
Yeah, that's what Saquon did yesterday. Put him to sleep.
Let's see Saquon do that. Do it again. I really hope he don't get hurt this year. Him and McCaffrey. I really hope they don't get hurt this year.
I can't wait. But yeah, let's hear from you, David. How these injuries affecting your NFL season so far, my brother?
All right, man. It is few of them, but we talk about the main two with Dak and TJ, but another little injury right now, I would say right now, is Keenan Allen getting hurt for Chargers.
I agree.
Because everybody talking about the Chargers,
I thought Phil was gonna stay out.
This might be just a hurt, but yeah, he got a chance at MVP. Chargers got Khalil Mack. They defense for that story. They offense for to be unstoppable. They might go to the Super Bowl. Then you lose pretty much your number one receiver. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he was having a spectacular game.
We know Mike Williams. And we know Mike Williams still there, but Keenan Allen is they go to and they bread like so. We go see how that really affects Chargers season definitely if it's longer than expected.
Shit, did Mike Williams even get a catch?
Yeah, he got like 2 or 3. I was disappointed, but he got like 2, I think.
It looked like Palmer was getting most of those passes
early that game too.
Yeah, so without Keenan Allen, we gonna see how the Chargers go back if they can still get
Mike Williams actually had 2 catches. Yeah, so it was 2 catches. But yeah. Sorry, David.
That's you good. So like I said, we just go see how they He's gonna play up if Keenan Allen injury is significant. We're gonna see if they can still, maintain the hype that everybody's building around.
Now that's a significant injury. I concur.
That's a significant injury, and that's a big blow to my man who I'm going to next. Because now I want to know what your significant injury is, my brother. Let's hear from you, Phil.
His fantasy team.
My actual team, like, man, that Dave definitely took the one that I was gonna say, but I had another one in store just in case. Eli Mitchell for the 49ers, the running back.
There it is. I was waiting on somebody to say that. That's big.
Is it really though?
Yeah.
Any running back you put back there is go do what every other running back did.
Not quite.
Eli is a different type of running
What do you
back
mean?
because the way that scheme is set up is based on running in space. It's zone blocking. But Mitchell is he's a power runner and he's pretty fast in my opinion.
All of them.
Yeah, like he pretty fast. And I've seen the other running backs on that team. They don't move the same. They can work in the offense for sure, but they don't have the same impact that I apologize that Mitchell has. And I think that is significant because when you do have a workhorse back like that and you don't have them for a significant amount of time, like it makes you change your offense a little bit.
So I ask you this, Phil. When Mostert went down, when they had him, they had Campbell back there, and then
they had Eli Mitchell.
Right now, I agree. Mitchell is I like Mitchell. Has he fell into the accident-prone scenario, like how Mostert fell in there? Like, is he really that significant where it's not another running back that they have really that's going to do the same thing as, because I thought nobody was going to be like Mostert. And then, Campbell wasn't, Sermon wasn't, but Mitchell, okay, cool. Mitchell, cool. Now Mitchell's hurt. So is nobody else on that roster that's going to have the same impact? Might be number 2 or 3 running back?
I felt different.
I don't think so.
I felt differently about him. I didn't think he was like one of those workhorse guys. I just knew he was a really fast running back in space. But Mitchell, different story. Like, he can run between the tackles consistently, in my opinion. And like I said, he hit the holes hard. And when you have that kind of running back, you can pretty much run however you want to. When you don't, you got to rely on the scheme as opposed to relying on the running back and his talents.
Yes. Definitely.
I just have a feeling it's another San Francisco running back out there that's going to be like, that's going to open up everybody's eyes. Like, damn, I didn't know he had it. He was going to be like,
it might come, but I don't think he's there right now.
You know why Mark is saying that? Because he didn't already kind of peeped them out in the fantasy league and picked them up. That's why he's saying that.
Who is that? Jeff Wilson?
You know it. He be on it.
Ain't Jeff Wilson the backup?
Yep.
Hey, Ronnie, just so you know, I think this is your first time doing my, by the way, people who follow us, man, we are in the fantasy league together, so just to let y'all know. But anyway, hey, Ronnie, be paying attention to fantasy because Marcus is a thief in the night. He do all his work when everybody sleeps. So don't be surprised if you get a vibration or a notification on your phone 2:00 in the morning because somebody making move. It's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, he about to pick up the Chiefs backup tight end again too. He always get him.
What? You talking about Gray?
He got
Stop it. Why would I do that if I got Kelsey?
Hey, because you might be worried about Kelsey going down or something.
Look, if I ain't got Kelsey, Goddard,
he's finna go pick up Noah Gray tonight. I'm telling y'all.
Noah Gray. So we just know your strategy, cuz we know your strategy.
Hey, I'm gonna give the fans one tip. One tip only for fantasy. Y'all better go out and go get Disney. That's like this Disney.
Will Disney, Carneal boy. Hey, if Carneal was on, man, he has something to say about him. That's Carneal boy, Will Disney. That's funny.
Y'all better go pick him up on the waiver wire. That's my free pick for y'all. Next one, you got to pay me.
All right, man. So let's hear from you, Ronnie. What these injuries done for you? I know you took a big injury before the season even started with your running back. So I know injuries are already affecting
Oh
your
yeah, a rookie running back.
yeah.
He got shot. So that was a big one. I think the biggest one was also we still got uh Chase Young is still on the sideline from last year.
Yeah.
He won't come back till like week 4 at least. I'm glad to see Logan Thomas come back week 1. He was dealing with an ACL
Yes.
freaking from last year, so at least he got to play. And an injury from last year, and I saw a dude stepped up and played this year. Didn't really. It was Curtis Samuels was hurt all last year with groin problem, and then he made a big impact on the game. This he had like 10 catches, and he was
But he always does
killing.
that. He'll
Huh?
get hurt
Yeah.
and then come
Well, that's
back
what I'm
and
saying.
ball out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as he stays healthy, our wide receiving core is going to be good. But like I said, I thought the Dak Prescott one is the one that impacts my team the most because now, instead, we ain't got, that's one less team I got to worry about, and I got to hear all these Cowboy fans. So that's a blessing in disguise. Like this whole season, it's going to be quiet, here in Texas. So that's a big plus. It's going to be a big plus this year. So I like that. That's my pick.
Man, we just need somebody to hop on the Cowboys team and we'll have the whole division on lock. You know what I'm saying? The whole division rivalry will be there. We gotta find some Cowboys fans, man. That's funny. I'm gonna pray for them though. But hey, another big injury y'all sleep on though. It's not major, but he gonna be out for some time. And you know what I'm saying? He came back, and while he was back, he was looking nice. So for him to go back down, it kind of sucked. But Chris Godwin, man, that was an injury that kind of hurt. I know that hurt Tampa.
Yeah, that hurt my fantasy.
Because he was in for a little bit and made some plays early. So,
And the
but
mess up that he came back earlier than scheduled. He wasn't
yeah,
supposed to come back before.
I was surprised he played week 1. I was super surprised.
Yeah.
So but it's not a knee injury though. It's a hamstring. So that's
I got a question for one person, but I'm gonna wait till Chris give his take. I want to make sure he don't say this person.
well, good. That brings us to it anyway. Let's go ahead and hear from you, Chris. You knew it was coming.
I'm gonna go with my man TJ, man, the former defensive player of the year. Like with him gone, that whole Pittsburgh defense changed. Like he is the face of the team. Like I think that's gonna be a significant loss just based on that fact alone. That's the face of the team, one of the faces of the franchise. And if you lose your franchise player, so could be your season. So I think they still gonna be as solid as they can because they have great coaching. But I think you can't recover because TJ does so much. He rushes the passer, he gets his hands on footballs, he deflects balls, he forces fumbles, he get an interception here and there. So without him, yeah, let's just see how that defense is still gonna perform when they face those heavy run teams, those great quarterbacks within the division. How they gonna feel without their top pass rusher? I think they're gonna really miss TJ down the stretch.
So what was your question, Marcus?
So, what is the status on T. Higgins? Is it just the concussion protocol, or is he go? Did they give any update? I didn't see the update on it
I
yet.
haven't seen any updates on T yet. I haven't seen that. It's concussion protocol though.
Okay, because if it's concussion, he should be cool for next game. And then my other one was Adams that just went down for Seattle. Is that going to change the defense?
Yeah, Jamal Adams. Yeah, because that's they start strong safety. Yeah, they defense definitely gonna change.
So I think those, if either one of them go out, I think that's a big blow to not just fantasy teams but the teams alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see that. One thing I want to point out to y'all real quick, and I want to point out to the rest of the world, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is raving about how Buffalo came out and what they did and all the press and this, that, and there. I just want to say the Chiefs still scored more points than them. So just be on the lookout for that.
I think the Chiefs was on that Michael Jordan. They took it personal.
Can we still point?
Still here.
Can we still point out the fact that Buffalo scored 30 in a bad game?
With 3 turnovers, like they don't turn the
They
ball.
didn't play a good. Yes, acknowledge that Kansas City did drop 44 on them, but
on the Arizona
Buffalo really played a bad
Cliff Kingsbury, Andy Reid
against the defending champ.
Yeah.
Let's just say
Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns.
Because 2 of those interceptions to me won on Josh Allen. One, the receiver dropped the ball, slippery fingers, butterfingers, whatever you want to call it.
And the other one got snatched.
He got snatched.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen, because they was driving. The funny thing is, they was driving both of those drives, both of those turnovers. They was moving. Like Buffalo never stopped moving the ball. It's like they barely got to 3rd down, and they converted whenever they got there. They didn't stop moving the ball. It was just they had those blunders, those turnovers. If they don't have those turnovers, I think they just keep scoring.
But
I think about that, Chris. Now they scored 30 points, and you literally sent on 2 interceptions. It was moving the ball. Guess how many points they would have had? 44. Same.
But that's my whole point, Phil. That's my whole point, Phil. They didn't, which is the same thing, in my opinion, that's gonna happen when they see the Chiefs again. Something else gonna happen, and it's gonna happen again. They could have had them 44, could have had that W, but Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns and shut him out. You know what I'm saying? Got him up out of there. So it's not gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? But
let's just say easy 5 touchdowns.
Josh Allen was getting up and down
that was
the field.
Some of the most
lackluster
touchdowns I've ever seen in my life.
A lot of people, that's Buffalo, got Buffalo for the favorites and stuff. So, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they still here. And until Buffalo take the crown from them, I ain't giving it to them. But
Patrick Mahomes made it look easy.
Easy. You feel me? Light work.
Josh Allen
39, 5 touchdowns.
Josh Allen did.
I mean, come on now.
Did the punter even come out?
I think what people really failing to realize is that, Patrick Mahomes still had a number 1 receiver despite Tyreek Hill leaving. He got the best tight end in football. Travis Kelce is that dude. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Tight end versus receiver.
But Travis Kelce is better than a lot of these receivers if you keep playing.
Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs.
So what you mean? Travis is that dude.
Because when you think of, all-star teams, you think of, receivers. Like your Stephon Diggs, your Justin Jeffersons, and your Tyreek Hills. But you never give props to the tight ends. Like he's the newcomer of Gonzalez, but better.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think he's like second. I think he in first now.
Yeah, he like
the tight end with 100 receiving yards for the game, every game.
Well, y'all seem like y'all ready to, have some fun. Not that we haven't already, but you know what I'm saying. So, let's get into it. Week 1, I'm sure it's gonna change week to week, based on how teams perform. But week 1, man, real quick, I gotta hear it from y'all. MVP of the league, week 1. Let's hear it. Chris, we starting with you.
MVP of the league. That's tough. It was some performances, man. Oh, wow. Okay. If I had to pick, I'm gonna pick 2. I'm gonna pick an offensive and I'll pick a defense.
Nah, just give me 1. MVP. We ain't doing just 1. MVP. Only one crown. Only one crown.
I'm gonna have to go with my boy, Patrick Mahomes, boy. Patrick Mahomes, boy.
I
gotta go with Patrick Mahomes, boy. I mean, he did his thing, didn't turn the ball over. I would have had Josh Allen. I want to pick Josh Allen, but he had turnovers, so I had to give him a little minus on the turnover. It wasn't his fault. The turnovers wasn't his fault, but they still go on him. You know what I'm saying? It's his receiver's fault, but they still go on him. Patrick didn't have no turnovers. The Chiefs' offense still offense. It looked even better. To me, the Chiefs' offense looked sharper than it did with Tyreek Hill. Like everybody got the ball. Patrick threw it to everybody. Like every receiver that was on the field got a pass. Like,
he even threw it to his running backs.
Man, it was sharp. They was still like clockwork. Like we still like ain't nothing changed. We lost Tyreek, and I think Patrick Mahomes looked better with the short, efficient. He looked with the efficient. He looked even better than he did with Tyreek Hill. So I'm gonna pick Patrick Mahomes. Final answer.
I like that. You know I like that. All right, David, let's hear it, man. Week 1, MVP. Let's hear it.
We gotta give this man his flowers, man. Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
When nobody covering that guy, bro. What?
He looked like somebody I know.
Covering that guy, man. Like it's literally like he was on the island. Like, hey, I'm open. Just to let you know. Like people were like, who is that guy? Oh, he got the ball again. Oh, he's open again. With nobody covering this man. 9 catches for 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, come on, man. I gotta give him his flowers, man. Green Bay supposed to be
that can get touchdowns. Julio, if he got touchdown.
Green Bay supposed to have a solid, supposed to be like one of them top defenses, and man, they was just towards. They were just so out of sync. Like they forgot the man was on the field.
Justin Jefferson definitely did his thing, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do want to say though, his numbers wasn't too much better than that man Cooper Kupp. And you seen Cooper Kupp couldn't even get MVP last season though. So just keep that in mind.
Well, he had more tubs. He had one more tub than Cooper. Cooper only got one.
Like, hey, it's week 1. It's week 1.
He only got one. It's week 1. Justin got 2 tubs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Cooper Kupp out there.
Hey, hold on. Cooper Kupp wasn't running open like Justin was. That's why I gotta get him the edge.
It was a few plays he got behind Buffalo. He got a few of them.
That should make it even better for Cooper Kupp case though, because Justin Jefferson was wide open.
Yeah, you also got to keep in mind that who Cooper Kupp was playing against.
Exactly.
That defense he was playing against, he got those numbers against, like y'all said earlier in the show, the #1 ranked defense with Von Miller added to it. So that's why, you out there playing against Green Bay and Justin Jefferson's wide open. Who do we say that's Justin Jefferson or the defense messed up? And
I ain't gonna lie, no, because the secondary of Green Bay is their strength. They got Zaire Alexander. They got Amos out there.
No, I'm not saying I'm that bad. I'm just saying, but the #1 ranked defense to Green Bay, I think, is ranked around number 13 or 15. That's a big difference. When you're going from, that's almost 10 to 12, total defenses apart.
Good point.
So, I mean, Cooper Kupp had to take those, and then another point is, like you said, normally they don't give it to wide receivers. So then, in your case, you probably had to give it to the quarterback that was getting them the ball over there in Minnesota. Because without the quarterback, the ball would not get to
the Hey, Ronnie. That Green Bay defense was top 10 last year. If I'm not mistaken, top 8.
I thought it said it was 13. I was looking earlier. I don't know. It could be.
I'm saying against the pass, they was really.
Oh, okay. But still, top 8 ain't #1 ranked defense.
That's true.
David was gonna go with his boy Kirk Cousins. Hey, Ronnie, so who your week 1 MVP, Ronnie?
I thought it was going to be the two that y'all said it was between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, but the only reason why this is the reason why I choose Josh Allen. Josh Allen was running over people. Josh Allen played the Super Bowl champions, and to me, McVay, Cliff Kingsbury, the Rams team is way better than the Cardinals team. All the way from coaching staff to players. I mean, and I'm still I'm still not sold on Kyler Murray and him deserving that 200 some $1 million contract he got. So they're the defending Super Bowl champions, and they made him look like they were the Arizona Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's like they made him look like they made it look like honestly that they might get last place. They have one of the best defensive players of all time on their team. And how many sacks did he get?
One.
He got one. He got one too.
He got one.
Okay.
He only got one.
Yeah.
He only got one.
So I mean, with the hype of the Rams and just coming off a Super Bowl win, to go out there and do that against that level of, I guess, supposedly competition, they did make them look like they weren't ready for football at all for the whole season. I mean, they look bad, really, to be honest with you.
And that's fact. And they number one defensive player, Aaron Donald, was on the field, and the supposed best corner in the league
on the field was getting burnt and toasted.
Was getting toasted.
Not only by Diggs, but look at what's his name, Gabriel Davis. I think he had like 90 some yards too on like 5 catches. So, he almost had a touchdown, but he got drugged down at the last. So, I mean, I don't know. They just looked impressive against a more impressive team. Not taking anything away from Patrick Mahomes, because it was like neck and neck with me, but I just looked at it from the point of view of who they played, and the other coach and they was facing. And I just don't think Cliff Kingsbury's couldn't hold Andy Reid's jockstrap or Sean McVay's jockstrap or McDermott's jockstrap when it comes to coaching.
You heard me. Only reason I didn't go with Josh because of the 2 pick. I had the 2 pick.
And that's the true say. That's a honest freaking answer. That's a
Gabriel Davis is a low key solid weapon for them.
Yeah, he's always been a solid weapon.
He a touchdown machine.
Now that Beasley's gone, he's gonna get.
Didn't he get 4 last year in the game?
He was getting.
Yeah, like 4. Yeah,
he caught all 4 of them last year in the AFC Championship game.
So it did, all 4 of them. Yep, good point.
All right, Phil, it's on you, my man. Week 1 MVP. Let's hear it.
Defense. I got 2 of them.
You only get
First
one
one we already talked about. Man, look, I just got to talk about how great Von Miller was, okay? Can I do that? Like, Von Miller was just absolutely outstanding. It was an MVP-worthy performance, okay? But I'm not going to go with him. I'm going to go with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was out looking for revenge this week. Yeah, I know they was going against the Panthers. It was Baker Mayfield. But, man, I like the story that was behind it. They was hyping it up like, man, Baker finna torch these boys. And Myles Garrett in the game came in there and was like, nah. To me, and not only that, I looked at one of my fantasy leagues and he scored like 50 points. So, no, he for real had a very good game, and I think that it was an MVP performance. 2 sacks, 3 tackles for losses, a pass defended. Like, it was a pretty good performance for me.
MVP caliber, huh? That's crazy. Okay.
As you brought up that guy, you brought up too, because it's some of us guys, to your point, Phil, that said Baker Mayfield was supposed to go in there and destroy a certain Cleveland Browns team. That's what we were saying. Some guys were saying that it's supposed to be the Baker Mayfield revenge tour. He's supposed to have his best game against Cleveland, and that didn't turn out. I just wanted to put that out.
I mean, you mentioned in that, but he had a pretty good game. 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He had a Baker Mayfield game. You know what I'm saying? And it might be his best game all season if he can stink up the joint for the rest of the season. So, you know what I'm saying? And he had them in the lead before that last little game-winning drive. So, I mean, he somewhat did what he set out to do, somewhat, but that's for another day. Marcus, let's hear it, man. Who your week 1 MVP?
You don't know how bad I want to say Jamar Chase because he put the Bengals on his back. He was one tippy toe away from that second touchdown for the
Man,
game.
they should have challenged it. That was a touchdown.
But
Definitely was.
do I go Patrick Mahomes or Double J? Because they both made it look easy. So I'm going to go with
Pick somebody different.
somebody different.
You don't gotta pick nobody
Stick with
different
Chase.
if they not the
Oh
MVP.
man, you know you want to pick
If I'm going to pick
Carson
somebody
Wentz.
different, I'm going Cooper Kupp.
You say pick Carson Wentz.
Good night, y'all. Y'all have a great show. No, I mean, if you want me to go different, I'll go Devontae Adams.
You don't gotta go different, man. It's MVP is
Nah,
MVP.
MVP. So I got to go with Mahomes. Because he made it look just too fucking easy. 5 touchdowns. You can't compete with that. Even though Double J made it look easy too, but Mahomes
Not Patrick Mahomes easy.
Right. Mahomes just like out there playing Madden on rookie mode.
Rookie.
So yeah, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, boy.
Not even pro, rookie. Playing
rookie. Like he slid all the sliders down.
Hey,
I'll take you a step further than rookie starter.
Hey, and I gotta agree because remember, everybody said, he's gonna struggle. He has no Tyreek Hill. He's not gonna have that D ball. What's he gonna
Patrick
do?
Mahomes shut everybody up so far.
Whoever said that, like, why did y'all believe that? I never thought that it was gonna be much different. He's still Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he's gonna struggle. He doesn't have those weapons Tyreek Hill's going. He's gonna miss Tyreek Hill. I don't think he missed Tyreek Hill. Do y'all?
I think he happier that he don't have Tyreek because he can throw it to everybody else.
I don't think he happier, but he definitely happy.
I just think that
and that was
go ahead.
That was another thing I noticed too. How many people got the ball without Tyreek Hill? That's what scared me about Patrick Mahomes. Like usually it'll be Tyreek, maybe Mahomes, Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? There was only 3 people getting the ball. Yesterday, all the receivers got like 2+ catches. Everybody got like at least 2 catches. Everybody who went out there got at least 2 catches. Like if you move the ball around, that's scary.
But which brings me to my MVP. A lot of y'all said it. I'm sticking with it. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, 5 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Put up 40+ points. He balled out, man. MVP caliber numbers all across the board. I don't care how you want to slice it. So with that, that's going to bring us to the end of our football topics for today. Week 1 has been a blast, and I'm definitely ready for week 2 starting Thursday. It's about to be lit. For the rest of the show, we're going to get into some finals action, championship action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got championship aspirations. Everybody don't get to them. I pray for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But we got some finals action. So WNBA, yep, finals is here. We got the Las Vegas Aces currently going against the Connecticut Suns. So Vegas is actually up 1-0 right now, and game 2 is set to come tomorrow. So that being said, what are y'all thoughts? Who y'all got winning the finals? Let's hear it. Let's start with you, Phil.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little blue that Connecticut made the finals instead of Chicago. Cause
Thank you.
Not only because I love Candace Parker, and that team just that team was built. I think that team is better built to play the Aces as opposed to this Connecticut team. They definitely compete. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just a lot of heat over there in Vegas. I ain't gonna hold you. I think they're gonna win this year. Like AJ Wilson,
I'm telling you,
she a dog, and they got 2 other guards that just get buckets. Like it's crazy. I think that team just well built, and I think they're gonna definitely win against the Connecticut Sun. I just don't think they got the amount of firepower they got.
I feel that. What you got it going? You got it going all the way, or you got it running away with it? What you calling it here?
I think they'll win one game.
Okay.
They'll win one, but that's it.
3-1. 3-1 Vegas. Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you, David. What you think about these finals?
You're supposed to be. I'm gonna sit here, man. It's supposed to be Chicago Sky, man. It's supposed to be the Sky, man. But they've been. I ain't gonna lie, man. They've been inconsistent all year. All year was nothing but inconsistency, man. They every game they'd be up by like 15 and then end up winning by like 3 or barely a bucket. Like, come on. And then what happened here against Connecticut in the semifinals, man. All right, the Sky screwed them. They beat themselves, man, because not only that, they lost to New York game one from the previous series. Then they let Connecticut come in and win game one this series. So I'm happy they won back-to-back games. But then,
and got blew out in game 4.
Yeah, blew out a game. Yeah, blew out a game 4. And then
And blew the lead.
And blew the lead in game 5. I gotta call out. We know we all love him, but I gotta call out Candace Parker. Where were you, man? In the last 2 games, you balled out the previous 2. Where was you at, man? You didn't help us, man. And I don't want to. I hate y'all finna say that you kind of LeBron James, this man. You weren't shooting the ball. You weren't even trying. You weren't looking to score. I don't know what happened, but at the same time, man.
Not 9, 7 points in a closeout. 7 points, 9 rebounds in a closeout game. That's tough.
Come on, man. Yeah, you can't do that. Especially if you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be who you are, the CP. But come on, man. But I'm not going. One real quick before I get to my final fit. I'm sorry, Ali Quigley. You cannot guard nobody. You cannot guard nobody. The game they got blew out against Connecticut, Courtney Williams backdoored you back. They did that back screen backdoor for like 5 straight possessions, and they scored on all 5 of them. She had like 10 points in the third quarter just off the backdoor screens. And then you come in, can't hit the threes you normally make when you breaking threes. Like you out there as a liability. Up, it's y'all. We all play basketball. Up, set that screen. Let me get her on me, so I can go ahead and go away get the easy bucket. So it's supposed to be Chicago in that, but I'm with Phil on this too. Connecticut ain't got enough firepower to match it with Vegas either. They got scoring guards with Plum and Jackie Young. Hey, Chelsea Gray been balling since the Seattle series. He out there playing like Chris Paul for real, like Phoenix when he's closing up for the Phoenix them last previous year. But man, I don't know. And then of course I can't even say enough about H. Wilson. I don't think Connecticut got enough. So honestly, I think. And shout out to Becky Hammond. She coming on.
There we go. Yeah.
Former player. She'll be eventually in the Hall of Fame too. And
she about to get that coaching chip this year.
And she came from Greg Popovich's coaching tree. So man, shout out to Becky Hammond. I got the Aces in the sweep. I don't see Connecticut even getting that. I got Vegas in the sweep. I don't see Connecticut winning the game. I'm going for the sweep.
Whoa. Okay, let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. Would it have been a sweep if Chicago had made it?
Hey, man, look, I don't think it would have been a sweep because maybe Parker would have came and showed up. Copper, our team came and showed up because I remember that one game they was beating us like damn near 30, and we came back and beat them. So
I feel like it would have been a better series if Chicago was there because like they got that whole heart of a champion vibe. Like,
yes,
you can't necessarily count them out until the clock really hits 000.
But the Suns got last year's MVP.
Jonquel, yeah.
Don't sleep.
Yeah,
Don't sleep.
she definitely a baller. I'm not
Don't
gonna
Hey, but
sleep.
you
cap
know,
about that.
You know what I'm
but
saying? Don't sleep.
I mean,
But
they got some solid people. I mean, you know who I do like though? I love Alyssa Thomas. I ain't gonna like her. She low
Alyssa
key.
Thomas a baller. She get all
She
they
is
buckets.
and I ain't gonna lie to you. She's a locomotive. Like she's a real freight train. She like probably the strongest player in the league. I'm not gonna cap. She's a freight train when she drives into the rim. Oh, she's a freight train.
She get all they buckets. I'm telling you. She the truth out there. She the truth. But
But I gotta go with Vegas with the sweep.
with the sweep, that's crazy. I mean, I got Vegas winning. You know what I'm saying? I had Vegas winning if they played Chicago, and I had them winning against the Suns too. So either way, but I ain't have them sweeping either one of them teams. Honestly, I had it playing out the both either way. I had it playing out 3-2. I see 3-2. Vegas. One is the finals, man. The team's not just gonna go and just get swept in the finals. Like that don't happen too often. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they just about to get swept, but I do think they gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? I think they can get one game. Two might be a bit of a stretch, but I think they might find a way to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I like what the Aces got, you know what I'm saying. But if Ace ain't going, they struggle a lot. So if she have a bad game, that might be the one for them. But 2-time MVP, man. Asia a dog, man. That's my favorite player right now, bro. She the truth, and she out here doing the thing. You know what I'm
Shorty
saying?
20 and
You feel me, bro?
10.
As
You said what?
a female 20 and 10.
I'm sorry, 2010 and like 2 blocks. Come on now.
She doing the thing. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Those are NBA type all-star numbers she putting up.
Hey,
NBA
real quick, the X factor for Connecticut, the Juana Bonner.
Yes.
She's gonna be that X factor.
She definitely has to play big in order for them
She got to
to
play
have a
well.
chance.
Yeah, she got to play well for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, who you got in these finals?
I bought out my little mini broomstick because I'm going with my boss. Connecticut, I love y'all. I wish y'all should have been the Chicago Sky, but Vegas to me they just got too much firepower for Connecticut. Like it's just too much firepower over there. They got firepower at the guards. We just talked about what they doing in the middle. Like Connecticut just ain't got enough firepower to contend with that Vegas team. I'm sorry, Vegas gonna sweep them. Connecticut gonna try to make it competitive, but them Vegas girls is, it's just their time right now. Unfortunately, my Chicago Sky
Should have been their time last year.
Yeah, but Connecticut, to me, I think Vegas can overpower Connecticut. I don't think Connecticut they just ain't got the firepower. That Vegas team is stacked. I'm sorry, it's stacked. It's stacked. Too much firepower for Connecticut. So
All
Vegas.
three of their guards can drop 20. All three of them.
At any time. At any time. You got
They could
three
probably get to
guards.
30 on a real good night.
Thank you.
Man, if
Connecticut
Plum
just ain't got that. They ain't got that firepower. Vegas, I mean, they can play some ball, but they ain't got. Vegas got firepower. They got firepower, man.
Only way Connecticut can match them is with size because they got Jonquel, they got Alyssa, and they got Bree Jones.
But they ain't gonna be able to keep up with them on the perimeter. They ain't gonna be able to keep up with them girls on the perimeter. They can't keep up with them.
It don't matter who they throw at Asia Wilson.
It's like Vegas don't run circles. Yeah, Vegas they just too far. They got too much.
Right now, Asia Wilson we gonna throw this out. She either prime TD or she prime KG. I don't know which one to call it. She's one of the two, and they prime.
Yeah.
I'll go KG because her
I was
defense,
just
she
about to
she
say
definitely
I
got a
go
big impact.
KG.
And
I go
On defense,
KG for sure.
her impact
she had
is
2
huge
blocks
on
a
the
game.
defensive
She had 2
end because
squats a
I
game.
go KG, bro. She had 4 blocks last. What, bro?
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
she blocking like 3,
that's
4
what I'm
shots a
saying. Like
game.
it in every aspect of the game, her presence is felt.
facts.
Facts.
And the
Facts.
crazy thing about Vegas, they still young, bro. They all
Yeah, like they
still
gonna be
young.
here for some years to come. They gonna be
Yes.
here for some years to come. That's crazy.
And they
That's
got
crazy.
the and they got the right coach.
Yeah, bro. I love the coach. Hey, that was a good pairing. Putting that coach with that team, they gonna make some noise for some years to come for sure, bro.
Shout out to Becky Hammond, man. Go ahead and get your first chip. First year coaching, get your first chip.
Yeah,
Hit it.
Vegas get y'all first chip too. I'm here for it. And every
Vegas gonna get. Yeah, I need to come out here for the celebration.
real,
I'll make that happen.
so real quick, I want to know, you know what I'm saying, with because a lot of y'all is disappointed. You know, we all are disappointed that Chicago ain't making it. Whatnot. So where does that leave teams like Chicago and Seattle? The team Vegas beat, and you know, so where do them teams go from here? Where do y'all see them? Because you know, Seattle just lost the face of their team. You know what I'm saying? She done. So that's gonna be big going forward. And then, you know, Chicago, you know, everybody's still up in the air with Candace. You know what I'm saying? So what you think? What do y'all expect from these teams to come, man? We gonna wrap up with that.
I think that well, you know, they gotta retool. They gotta do something. I I
Both
can't.
teams?
Yes, I think both. If they want to still be competitive, I think they still gotta. What Chicago sense, I think more of just they probably just need another piece to help. I would say help the scoring load. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably need another shooter. And that's depending on if Candace Parker is still there. If she decides not to retire or whatnot. But Seattle, Seattle is different. They, like you said, they lost the face of their franchise. I think it's still some moves they gotta make, and if they want to continue to be competitive. But you know what happens when you lose when a franchise loses a best player. They don't see success right away.
I don't think she was quite their best player anymore, though. I think she was the face, but I mean, dude, Brianna Stewart over there, dog, she a bucket.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as long as they got her, they gonna be a problem. You know what I'm
She
saying?
just
Bro,
needs somebody to get her the ball though.
She over there, but
Definitely need somebody to get her the ball.
don't
That's
sleep
my
on
thing.
Jewel. Hey, don't sleep on Jewel Lloyd either.
I was
They're
finna
bucket
say
too.
that next, David. That's you already know.
Jewel
I was
Lloyd a
finna say
bucket.
that. Hey, I don't think me personally, I don't think Connecticut got to retool it, bro. I think they gonna be. I think somebody else gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? Not like how Bird did. Of course not. They ain't gonna. But
They gonna need a point guard. I think they gonna need
exactly, and they gonna find that, and they're gonna be just fine, bro. I think they gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? Competing with
now
Vegas. I can see that.
now with Chicago, man. Honestly, basically, I put it like this. I got 2 ways for this. If Candace Parker doesn't retire, Chicago gonna have to go get a bid because they struggled. They struggled this season with bids. When they played Dallas, Tierra McCowan killed them. They couldn't handle both Bree Jones and John Quell in this series. They're gonna need to get a bid. Candace Parker Candace Parker did her thing, but she ain't got the size. She ain't got the body mass. She's still big and tall and skinny. She ain't got the body mass. They gonna need a rim protector they need some size because she can't play center. Because she guarding all the bigs. And a good pickup for the Chicago would be if we can somehow, I think they friend, go get Liz Cambage. If we can go get Liz Cambage,
Ooh,
that would be awesome.
Whoa.
If we could go get Liz Cambage with that team, And she like when she championship. I'm
It's a
calling.
retool if you get her.
Whoa.
Yeah, but also honestly, I gotta say it because I talked about it earlier. Maybe both of them, like they call them the Vander Queens. If you gotta get either revamp them, either you gotta let one of them go. Either let Vander Salute go, or you gonna have to let Quickly go. In my opinion, I'll let Quickly walk out because based on what I've said, she can't defend nobody. It seems like she is the weak link when the team is out there. When the team out there struggles, she be the weak link. She don't do nothing offensively. She don't do nothing defensively. She's out there just out to be out there. So I would some for Chicago to revamp. They gonna have to make some moves somewhere. Go get a big and go get somebody else in the starting spot because I'm kind of over Quickly now. And James Wade got to teach consistency with this team because he got to coach consistency because they've been inconsistent all year. So he got to keep them in their head. And I think that's another reason lost because they were so comfortable winning game 4. No, they were so comfortable when Kansas Parker had that big game and then when Anakin lost it, they figured, oh, we coming home, we'll be good. And blew the lead in the fourth quarter. So that's same old thing we've been doing all year. So they gotta stay consistent. But for me, I'll get a big and probably move quickly. That's for me. Seattle, they just need a point guard because the scoring is still there. Like you said, Brianna Stewart is still there. They just got Tina Charles.
Them
So
buckets,
Yeah, that was a real one.
them
yeah, they
buckets, for
gotta.
sure.
They just need somebody who can just run the plays because the scoring is still there.
I think for Chicago, I think they do need a big and they need some size, but I think that's mainly based on if she retire or not. I think honestly, I think regardless of her retiring or not, I think the main thing they need is a bucket getter. Like a certified bucket getter. Like somebody that's their job. You know what I'm saying? Come get this bucket. Like they missing that. Like they could get buckets, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of it's like team based and heat heat strokes and stuff like that. So like I think that's what they missing. They a lot of they disciplined, you know what I'm saying? And you could see that. That's that championship DNA and stuff like that. That's how they win games. But when it come down, they go through them times and stuff where they need that certified bucket getter. And I think if they had that, they'll be, in pretty good shape going forward.
Do you think Kappa could be that? Because I think she's supposed to be. But,
let's say I want it. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want that, but I gotta see it done. It's one of them things.
yeah,
It's one of them things where like I just gotta see it done. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you can't do it, but you gotta do it, So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, so anything else you fellas like to add on this WNBA topic?
Y'all made all the points pretty much, especially with the goals.
I just want to show appreciation to Aja Wilson, man. She's just amazing, dog. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
but
DPOY,
She
two-time
just a
MVP. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, finals champ, finals MVP, all of that. Hopefully that's coming, you know what I'm saying? Big things out of Asia. Keep doing
and
you.
real quick, I gave Becky Hammond, Sue Bird, we love you too. You get your flowers too.
Oh yeah, legendary career. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary.
Legendary career.
Thank you for all the years you played into your 40s. So have a good retirement. We love you too.
You definitely gave the game a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh
And
yeah.
she can play still. She ain't aged a bit.
Still be moving up and down the court like some of the young guns. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Why? So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, fellas. With that, it has been another great episode of Can I Get Some Sports with That? We will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody excited for this football season. fresh underway. We got a lot of big games and a lot of big things to talk about, fellas. So, looking forward to it, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, follow everything on YouTube at Can I Get Some Sports With That, Facebook at Can I Get Some Sports With That, and we will see you guys on the next one.